In our book, you're all winners. So before we announce the winners of this year's awards, here's some 2KTV Interactive.
That's right, we're making it pretty easy, so we're practically handing you some free VC. So listen up and make sure you hit the right button.
All right, here's the question. Which team took the title of 2022 NBA champions?
Was it the Boston Celtics, the Miami Heat, the
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Philadelphia, home to one of the NBA's most historic teams, the 76ers. Here are the players arriving earlier in the mood for action. An overhead look at downtown Philadelphia. That's the site of our broadcast tonight. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. In this one, you'll see the Philadelphia 76ers against the Los Angeles Clippers. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Bird, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, "I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all, play the right way, and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win." And guys, there's still not much he can't do with his combination of size and athleticism.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows. Thank you. Some talent for sure in the backcourt tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
Oh, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Leonard and Morris are up in the forward positions. Powell is out there with Paul George, and it's Lopez in at center. And for Philadelphia, and the small and power forwards are Thibault and Harris. Harden out there with Maxey, and it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. Now here's Harden. Pass to Embiid to the inside. Maxey goes up and lays it nice and easy. Maxey's got the opening bucket of the night here for the 76ers. Back to George. A 3 from Leonard. Maxey grabs the miss. Pass to Thibault. No good on the triple. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Orlando. Lopez passes to George. Embiid with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. And that one's good. Thibault.
And go back to the steal by Embiid. That ignited the break. And Joel's length is such a factor defensively.
Now here's Leonard. And he really played well against Denver. George against Harden. Here's Lopez. Rebound by the 76ers. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You know what? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
Now, here's George. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch for them in that Nuggets game.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
Doris, you look at Marcus Morris, a very solid 3 and D type of forward.
That's exactly right, because think about it, Morris, early in his career, there was a reluctance to shoot the range shot. He was more mid-range guy, but credit him for putting in the work. Now Marcus is a deadly three-point shooter, and he brings a size and physicality on the defensive end.
And this is Harden doing what he does best, finding a hole in the defense and exploiting it. just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Embiid, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Leonard dishes to Powell. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. Down low, here's Embiid. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor. But inside is where he can really utilize that size.
Leonard. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Now, here's Thibault. Shot clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Kept alive. Embiid's shot is good. Embiid's got his second bucket tonight.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Lopez against Embiid. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Jordan, he's checked in for Embiid. Reed comes in for Tobias Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in for Maxey. Here's Korkmaz. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Passes it to Harden. Now here's Milton. And it's blocked. And they get it back. And that's on a bounce. Philadelphia will retain possession. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Here's Hartenstein. And they pick up 2.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
The 76ers leading by 4. Milton kicks to Reed. Bounce pass for Milton. Jordan up top. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Jackson. Banked in off the glass.
Reggie Jackson. Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Now, here is Harden. Last game he had 13. Good work defensively by Carter.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Hartenstein passes to Carter. Train. It from beyond the arc.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Carter against Harden. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. And it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Outside Jackson. To the paint. Here's Hartenstein. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the night. Harden against Carter. And the pass to Milton. And good that time.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Clippers.
There's Jackson with the three. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Clippers lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And a foul in the play of Joel Embiid. He sees the need to turn up the heat a bit.
I think I need to, be.
And certainly Embiid has shown he can dominate.
MVP level talent. He's just got to bring it every time down the floor.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Hartenstein, Luke Kennard out there with Batum. Then there's Carter, and it's Jackson in at the 2. Jackson, that's good.
Reggie Jackson. And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Luke Kennard entered the league with a long history of success, both in the high school and collegiate levels. And this is a guy who I think still has a high ceiling.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Hartenstein passes to Kennard. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And for Kennard, he was a standout player at a very early age.
Well, you can look no further at the state of Ohio and the scoring records he put up. Kennard outscored LeBron James's high school numbers. He has that kind of game where he can just take over with his shooting.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Jordan. Harris comes in for Reed. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Shake Milton. And Maxey subbed in for James Harden. Now, here's George. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Back to George. For the 3. He can't hit that time. And Philadelphia the other way now. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. There's Embiid. The rebound by Paul George. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Nuggets in Ball Arena.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Here's Harris. Following the basket by Marcus Morris. Harris. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Harris has got his first bucket of the night. The dish now to Powell. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, this guy very capable of capitalizing close to the rim. Norman Powell making an impact inside.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Fader on the way. The shot, no good. Los Angeles leading by 9. It's Powell with the drive. And the dunk by Powell.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
76ers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Embiid kicks to Korkmaz. 13 feet away. And that one drops for him. Embiid's got 6.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, truth is, though, he's tall enough to get that off against anyone.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Thibault on the wing. Pass to Maxey. Back to Thibault. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 5.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
And Leonard gets it to go.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
Maxey passes to Harris. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And George, here we go. And it goes down 2 points. George has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Harris outside. Over Lopez. Harris's shot is off.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Hits it from three-point range.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And the 76ers call time here.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Joel Embiid. Reed comes in for Matisse Thybulle. James Harden, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And it's Shake Milton in for Maxey. Milton finds Harden. Inside. And the dunk by Reed.
And we know about Harden's scoring abilities, but his team heavily relies on that vision and playmaking as well.
Now, here's Kennard, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Hartenstein's got 4 points this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Milton. Last game we saw him score 14. 24 seconds left in the first half. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles Leafs get back down to 14 after they get the hoop from Harris.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Outside Jackson. Beyond the arc. He can't get that one. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Doc. I heard you imploring your team, stick to the game plan and know your personnel. What's that mean?
Yeah, we keep messing up coverages. You know, I get messing up on some guys, but that can't happen, but it did. So we just got to move it forward.
We'll see if the communication picks up. Thanks, Doc. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They led by 2 after the first. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, what'd you think about the Clippers?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open.
And
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
The stars of this team in the post, Harris and Embiid. Maxey out there with Harden. And it's Thibault in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Just 5 to shoot. Embiid, no good. Clippers leading by 14. Last season, Embiid posted career highs as a scorer. And Greg, he did it with unbelievable efficiency.
And how about hovering around that coveted 50-40-90 club? What's amazing is how comfortable he looks. The defense is never able to speed him up.
Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 9.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Harden with it. Averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And the Clippers call time here.
And a key part, Doris, of Harden's game lately, his rebound.
Right, because his ability to rake and take, get out in transition, make great decisions on the fly, it puts so much pressure on the defense.
Lopez, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Pass to Powell. Back to George. Unloads from 13. Jump shot is good. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Floats one up. Harden with the bucket, getting it down inside.
And that touch Harden has, making the floater look so effortless coming off his fingertips.
Poked away. Leonard kicks to George. Three-pointer. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Harden the pass to Thibault. Embiid inside. Lopez covering.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
The 76ers making a switch here. Korkmaz is checked in. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And Embiid gets it to go.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Now, here's George. He's got 11. Kicks to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Powell for 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Powell's got 7.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that 3, the more the floor opens up.
Pass to Maxey. Back to Embiid. Shoots over Powell. Embiid, no good. Los Angeles leading by 20. Back to Leonard. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Maxey, it's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And it's Leonard missing. The 76ers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. driving the lane, and slam dunk by Maxey.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And the 76ers with some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Embiid. Reed comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Shake Milton in for Maxey. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Lopez. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Leonard. The 76ers trail by 20. Pops it up for Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
DeAndre Jordan simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
On the wing, Batum. Kennard for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
The 76ers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Reed kicks to Korkmaz. Jordan, the pass to Korkmaz. Chalk up 2 there. Korkmaz has got his first basket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Batum for 3. Connects from three-point range.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And for Harden, finishing through contact is just part of the job description. He gets bodied up almost every time he takes it inside.
Kennard for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the 76ers take it the other way. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. They get it again. The pass to Milton. Here's Korkmaz. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's George. Inside, Hartenstein. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists now tonight. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Los Angeles on top, opening up a huge gap. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the 76ers. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Batum is out there with Paul George. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. The 76ers trail by 19. Harden outside. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Embiid, he's checked in for Jordan. Milton with it. Jackson on him. And Lopez pulls it down. Lopez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. George trying to break free. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by George. George has got assist number 5 here tonight. Now, here's Milton. Lopez covering. Embiid, no good.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Jackson finds Lopez. Kennard for 3. Drains the three-pointer.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Down low, here's Thibault. And he banks in the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Batum. Rebound by the 76ers. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Now Reed. Lopez with the block. Up top, Batum. And Embiid pulls it down.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
On the wing, Milton. Guarded by Jackson. Here's Embiid. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
And guys, we've become accustomed to this. Embiid's a dynamic scorer who's comfortable shouldering the offensive load.
Outside Jackson. Batum scanning the floor. Fires from deep. Again, Batum missing.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
To the left side wing. Thibault kicks to Harden. And there's the feed to Embiid. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 14 points for Joel Embiid.
What a scary sight. Joel Embiid with all that momentum taking it to the hoop, looking like a freight train.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Harris is checked in for Reed, and Maxey subbed in for Shake Milton. The Clippers also making some changes. Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for George. And Norman Powell subbed in for Luke Kennard. Clippers leading by 18. And that one's good, Leonard.
Well, guys, Kawhi may not have averaged 20 points per game until his 5th season, but now it happens with regularity.
Jackson against Harden. Passes to Embiid. Plays it up and banks it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here's Leonard from 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now, here's Thibault. Defense is right there. Good on the bucket.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Embiid with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Harden finds Embiid over Lopez. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And we know how good Embiid is at drawing fouls, especially in the painted area. He welcomes the contact.
And Embiid drops them both. Clippers leading by 12. Jackson looking it over Harden. And that one goes long. The 76ers have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the 4th quarter. They're 7 of 12.
And along with terrific production, Harris is an interesting team leader, very positive in his approach.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Greg, Harris has grown more vocal as his comfort level on the team has risen.
And Kevin, he's always had it in him. Now that he's a veteran, he's earned the right. He always seems to bring the guys together.
Embiid inside. Lopez is there. Embiid, no good. LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Los Angeles.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Leonard.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Leonard with the bucket.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Lopez finds Powell. Off target from three-point range. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi, you were in peak form tonight, so how fun is it when you control a game like that?
Definitely. You know, basketball's fun, and it's just amazing that I was able to get to this point, and I have a coaching staff, guys with me that push me every day.
Well, it showed out there tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin, back to you.